And I'm Ray.
And we are MEG-A-RAE. So today we are going to talk about nonfiction. Serious face. Rachel,
Yes.
what's up with the wings?
I want to talk about nonfiction. I want to talk about fairy tales.
Well, good thing I brought my wand. So Rachel,
Yes.
what is your favorite fairy tale?
Okay. Well, when it comes to TV, I love Grimm and I love Once Upon a Time, especially Robert Carlyle's Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, he's so good.
He's deliciously evil and I love it. But when it comes down to the actual fairy tale, I probably might go for Red Riding Hood, even though my favorite Disney is Sleeping Beauty because I love Aurora. How about you?
Well, TV series, I love Grimm and I love Once Upon a Time. Grimm, though, is probably my favorite just because I love the Grimm fairy tales and they do a really good job of making it extra creepy, and I really like that. But I think my favorite fairy tale will be Sleeping Beauty as well. Sleeping Beauty is my favorite. She sings to the birds. What can you not like?
It's mega special.
Mega.
So what did you bring with you today to talk about? Since we're changing it up on you all of a sudden, no more nonfiction.
I know. You just had to wear wings today.
Are the Grimm fairy tales cataloged as fiction or nonfiction?
Nonfiction.
Well, there you go. It's perfect.
Know. Isn't that funny how that works out? Well, we have 2 volumes of Grimm fairy tales here at the library. And as I just said, they are in our nonfiction, and you can go and ask to check them out, or you can go on my blog, which is megadams.blogspot.com, and you can get the reviews on them before you check them out. The Grimm fairy tales are my favorite fairy tales just because they are considered as the regular fairy tales.
Like the original?
Yes,
Like
the original.
The stuff that's written down
from like old German
folklore?
Folklore, yes. Yes, and pretty much all fairy tales are a form of folklore, and most of them come from the Grimm fairy tales. Now, fair warning, parents, you may read these to kids, but you may want to read them to kids if you want to have them have nightmares. But these are...
You mean they're not all happy and sweet like Disney movies?
Not really. Like the whole Sleeping Beauty and the whole Snow White in particular, they're not very happy.
Don't they like cut off feet in Cinderella?
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah. So, fair warning, you might not want to read these to kids as bedtime stories. But they are very good, and you can come into the library and check them out.
That's so cool. I need to read those, even though I know they're creepy. But
Very creepy.
that could be a good Halloween read.
Yes. And you could wear your wings.
I could wear my rings. It would make me feel special. Well,
What do you have?
I have a fairy tale that's not really a fairy tale because it's not based in like folklore, but you know, sometimes people, if they're like really, really cool artists and authors, they can create their own fairy tales. Like I kind of think of Alice in Wonderland as a sort of fairy tale,
Yeah.
which would make it my favorite. Not so much the actual original Lewis Carroll, but all the retellings that they've done. I think they're just very cool. But another author that has tried his hand at fairy tales is the amazing, mega amazing Neil Gaiman.
Ooh, I love Neil Gaiman.
Neil Gaiman has written everything from like creepy comic book graphic novels,
Which we have at the library.
Which we have, yes. What are they called?
The Sandman.
The Sandman. Sounds creepy. And then he also writes like epic sci-fi fantasy for adults, like American Gods. And he writes children's books, like The Graveyard Book, which I highly recommend. But that would be in like the JFIC or the tween section. But today I'm going to talk about Stardust. You may have caught this as a movie, or first heard about it as a movie a few years ago. It had Claire Danes and Michelle Pfeiffer and Robert De Niro and a whole fancy pants cast of really great actors. But it's based on the story written originally by Neil Gaiman. Did you know that? Did you know that that movie was based on a book? No. It is. And the book is always better. Remember that, kids. The book is always better. So this is a story of Tristan, and he likes a girl, and he sees a falling star and promises a falling star to the girl as a way to woo her and win her. Well, he goes and he lives in a small English town that has a wall, and on the opposite side of the wall is a magical land. And they only get access to it once every handful of years. So he crosses the wall and gets into this land and finds the star, only the star is a girl. And he falls in love with this girl.
Of course.
Head over heels. But it's an adventure story. There's magic, there's witches, there's air pirates.
Just like a fairy tale.
Just like a fairy tale. All kinds of wild and crazy things. And it's a great book written by an amazing author, and you should totally check it out. Check it out.
I might have to check it out.
You should. I actually own this book. It was a gift to me by a dear librarian friend, and I loved it. It's magical. Very magical.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
We haven't talked about our tea yet. Oh, wait. I heard once that all wizards in fairy tales are the doctor. Did you know that?
That makes sense.
Doesn't it?
It makes a lot of sense.
What are you drinking today?
I am drinking what is called Apricot Orchard, and you can find it at Target. And it's really cool because it's loose leaf, but it comes in this really cool package, so you can put right in your tea. And it's really tasty. And I have cream in it.
Is it white tea?
It is white tea.
Did you know there are 3 kinds of tea? Green, well, there's actually a lot of kinds of tea. But there's the green tea, black tea, and white tea. They're all very special. I'm drinking a form of black tea. I'm drinking vanilla chai by Bigelow.
Chai is one of my favorite.
It's delicious. It's very warm and cozy, especially in the fall, because it's all spicy.
Well, I think that concludes MEG-A-RAE.
Does it? Well, check us again soon for our next installment of MEG-A-RAE. We'll be seeing ya.
Bye!